let's talk about Kamaeru. While we look through some cool screenshots and gifs of the game. Kamaeru is set to release sometime this year, 2024. It is developed by Humble Reeds. I talked to the two primary developers at PAX East 2024. And this game was clearly a passion project. They were so chill and happy to talk about their game and, talk about why they were making the game. Now, one of the things I did notice about the game immediately was how it was progressive in terms of being environmentally conscious. I mean, yes, there's the cool frog breeding thing, right? But there's also things, if you notice, like when she's cooking or doing a recipe, you have these little mirrors that aim the light down into the solar panel. So it's trying to be environmentally conscious. For example, we've got a wood-burning stove here in this one particular room. And you're learning about the wetlands and about carbon capture and biodiversity and what things are good and what things are bad. And overall, the frog taming and frog the making a cool home for frogs is almost secondary to what you're here to learn. I mean, it's a learning game. It's about to teach you, keep a few more thoughts about the environment, about the wetlands and why they're important, and things that you can do to help make them better. And you run across a whole bunch of characters because you're a young and up and coming environmentalist, and these are some folks are older, and we reminded John of his childhood, and you can basically design the entire the habitat, and there's a couple of different places you can go to. There's like a dry, dusty sort of habitat, and then there's one that's more of a traditional wetland sort of habitat. And basically, as you can see, you could observe what they're actually doing. This little pea, and it's so cute. And of course, there's the cuteness factor of things. And you can also see pictures of Cleo and her friend when they were both younger. They were both kids, and now she's growing up. And you can design this. You could basically buy various items, and some of them are frog themed, some of them are not, and basically design the sort of habitat for them to enjoy. And yeah, you can get into the whole frog breeding thing because you want to make pretty frogs or whatever. But you can also collect insects. You can plant vegetation for the insects. You can make little ponds for the frogs. You can make all kinds of different things to interact with, like little beds for the frogs. In general, it's a cute little game. Well, it's not even little. I mean, it's pretty deep in terms of, some of it seems pretty simplistic, but it's actually a lot deeper than you might think, and there's a lot to do in the game, and interesting characters you're going to run across, and they'll interact with you and tell you about a few things. Notice the solar reflector on top of that workshop there. So overall, this particular game is currently, again, set to release sometime later this year. I think middle of the year. Interestingly enough, it's still flagged as the part of the Steam Farming Fest, which is a little bit interesting because it's not available yet. They do have a video up of some gameplay, and some other folks have actually done some streamed videos of it. The game does support Xbox controllers, DualSense controllers, USB only, and a DualShock controller, also USB only. It's supported in seven different languages, and it is being published by Armor Games Studio. So I would recommend, if there's something that you want to check out, there are 500 plus frogs for you to discover or breed up or otherwise, find good friends for. And basically your job there is to restore the wetlands as part of your quest for frog preservation. And so part of what you're going to be doing is not only decorating cool places for the frogs to hang out, in terms of furniture, but also really cool places for the frogs to hang out in terms of ponds and lily pads. And I noticed there was an isometric design, so it's basically on the diagonal everywhere, and the grid is on that sort of isometric design, which is really cool. And so basically you can use big ponds to let the water go where it needs to go. You can make toys for the frogs, little wheelbarrows for them to hang out in. So It's a fun little game. One other thing I really did like is the chill music, of course. Cozy games should always have chill music. But finally, one thing I'm really struck about is the watercolor sort of art style. I mean, it's not pixel art, but it's definitely one of the things that when I was talking to the developers is that they were French, and so this kind of reminds me of an animated style that is more what I would expect from, say, a French cartoon. Like one that got imported to America was called Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea. It probably had an original name in France, but it used a somewhat similar sort of art style, which leans a lot into the whole watercolor sort of thing, and having the white edges and using the color of the saturation of the colors, but it's not quite pastel, but it's definitely washed out a little bit, and definitely brings to mind that whole watercolor tradition of art styles. So it's really, really cool. So this game is a lot of fun, very chill, and if you like frogs and you like designing wetlands and you like to learn more about the environment, this game is definitely for you. If this sort of video is something you like, toss a like to the video. And if you want more videos like this in your feed, toss a subscribe to the channel. And I'll hopefully have some more videos like this or my long form gameplay as well. And you can subscribe and get those in your feed whenever you decide to do that. Otherwise, I should be back with some more videos soon. And thank you and have a great rest of your day.